of a poem, and it's entitled The Race, and it goes like this. Quit. Give up. You're beaten, they shout at me and plead. There's just too much against you now. This time you can't succeed. And as I start to hang my head in front of failure's face, my downward fall is broken by the memory of that race. And hope refills my weakened will as I recall the scene. For just the memory of that race rejuvenates my being. A child's race, young boys, young men, now I remember well. Excitement, sure, but also fear. It wasn't hard to tell. They all lined up so full of hope, each thought to win the race or tie for first, or if not that, at least take second place. And fathers watched from off the side, each cheering for his son. And each boy hoped to show his dad that he would be the one. The whistle blew and off they went, young hearts and hopes on fire. To win, to be the hero there was each young boy's desire. And one boy in particular, whose dad was in the crowd, was running near the lead and thought, my dad will be so proud. But as they speeded down the field across the shallow dip, the little boy who thought to win slipped and lost his step. Trying hard to catch himself, his hands flew out to brace, and mid the laughter of the crowd, he fell flat on his face. So down he fell, and with him hope, he couldn't win it now. Embarrassed, sad, he only hoped to disappear somehow. But as he fell, his dad stood up and showed his anxious face, which to the lad so clearly said, get up and win the race. He quickly rose, no damage done, behind a bit, that's all, and ran with all his might and mind to make up for his fall. So anxious to restore himself, to catch up and to win, his mind went faster than his legs. He slipped and fell again. He wished that he had quit before with only one disgrace. I'm hopeless as a runner now, I shouldn't try to race. But in the laughing crowd he searched and found his father's face. A steady gaze that said again, get up and win the race. So up he jumped to run again, 10 yards behind the last. If I'm going to win, he thought, I've got to run real fast. Exceeding everything he had, he gained back 8 or 10. Trying so to catch the lead, he slipped and fell again. Defeat. He lay there silently, a tear dropped down his face. I'm hopeless as a runner now, I shouldn't try to race. The will to rise had gone away, all hope had fled away. So far behind, so error-prone, closer all the way. I've lost, so what's the use, he thought. I live with my disgrace. But then he thought about his dad, who soon he'd have to face. Get up, the echo sounded low. Get up and take your place. You were not meant for failure here. Get up and win the race. With borrowed will get up, he said. You haven't lost at all. For winning is no more than this, to rise each time you fall. So up he jumped to run once more, and with a new commit, he knew that though he won or lose, at least he wouldn't quit. 20 yards behind the others now, the most he'd ever been. Still, he gave it all he had and ran as though to win. 3 times he'd fallen stumbling, 3 times he rose again. Too far behind to hope to win, he still ran to the end. They cheered the winning runner as he crossed the line. First place, head high, unbowed, and happy. No falling, no disgrace. But when the fallen youngster crossed the line last place, the crowd gave him the greater cheer for finishing the race. And even though he came in last with head bowed low, unproud, you would have thought he'd won the race to listen to the crowd. And to his dad he sadly said, I didn't do so well. To me, his father said, you won. You rose each time you fell. And now when life gets dark and hard and difficult to face, the memory of that little boy helps me to win my race. For all of life is like that race with ups and downs, and all you have to do to win is rise each time you fall. Quit. Give up, you're beaten. They still shout in my face. But another voice within me says, get up and win the race. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you're going to do with the 3 takeaways. What are they? Number 1? Number 2? Put good stuff in. Number 3, slow starfish. The starfish story. You've all heard the starfish story? If you haven't, grab me outside. I'll tell it to you. It's telling people the reason why you appreciate them. Total strangers on the street.